Okay, welcome everybody, and welcome to this week's update with Rubick. The hero has been added actually one day in front of the usual update. Of course, this is again in a test build, as you can see, test client, so it is not playable with the matchmaking yet. Why the one day in front? It's actually Wednesday 5 AM. Usually for me it's the first day around 3 to 5 AM. So right now it's one day in front. And there's only one reason, and one reason only, and that's his ultimate. Because it needs to be tested, definitely. So let's go with how it actually looks. The first thing I noticed about him, he's kind of shivering awkwardly. As you can see, he's not really steady, everything like goes randomly. Do you see that like that? It almost looks like he's kind of glitching. Like the animation is not properly scripted and he's like glitching the animation almost. Maybe it's intended because the Rubick is just, you know, he can have so many things, spells, that maybe it's the character of his. Okay, so we got Lion here. He'll be helping me to showcase the Rubick's power. So let's start with the normal spells. So first one is a Telekinesis. Very simple. It lifts the enemy in the air, like this. Enemy unit, enemy creep. But usually you want to cast it on enemy unit, but be careful, because if there's a creep, you can even lift the creep. So it's not like only hero target. You have to be careful around creeps. It lifts it, and on top of that, when you lift it, it will create a new spell there, right here. Well, Telekinesis land. So you can land the guy that you are lifting anywhere you want. Let's say it's a really hard carry, he's like following me, okay. Then I want him to go there, back there, and I can run away safely. Or you could even want to pull somebody towards you. Let's say you have a stun, which can happen. Again, in the future I'll be talking about that. So towards you, like this. That's it, that's the spell. The lift, and there's a little stun after the land. So that's it, very simple spell. The second one, it's even simplest. It's a nuke. It's a Rubick's nuke, a very good one. It works like a Zeus lighting, that, you know, the spammable one. It works, as I said, it goes one by one. It hits. I can't really tell you how much of them, but it's not really written. Usually you are casting it, you know, it could hit almost everything, you know. Every creep wave, even heroes you can hit, so I'm gonna say it hits almost everything on that line. Alright. And there's something very nice to it, and there's the AD is actually attack damage. So if I cast it, there's an effect on him, as you can see. Don't attack him, please, Rubick. Fate Bolt, attack damage reduced by 14. It's written here, and of course it's scaling, so 14, 20, 26, 32. It's very decent because if you have like a close encounterment with somebody like one-on-one, this can actually help. You know, the minus 14 or 20, 26, that can help to give you the advantage of that one-on-one. And sometimes it's played like that in Dota 1, like there was a, I don't know, a Kasha puck against Rubick alone. And Rubick, you know, because of that, he was lowering their damage, so definitely harder loss hitting, and definitely harder to harass Rubick with lower damage. So that is the spell. Okay. The next thing is a passive one. I can't tell you right now if it's global or not, because I don't have any allied hero. Maybe we can. Well, that's not really the create. Hold on. Create hero NP. Oh, fuck me. Never mind. I don't know the commands. I'm gonna say it's global one. How it looks. It's a magic resistances for you and your allies. And 20% is the high level, or highest level. This is very good. At 20% it's pretty nice to have like that for, you know, for everybody on your team. But you're not leveling this up at all in the beginning. You are focusing on this, that's your nuke, that's the main thing, and the Telekinesis. So those are your main things. The passive one is much more like a mid-game, let's say. Now, the biggest thing about Rubick, as you can see, there are 2 empty slots. I'm not really sure why 2, only 1 would be enough, but the ultimate. Spellsteal. In Dota 1, I'm gonna talk about it in a future video. I'm gonna make a special video about this, and I'm gonna try it on every single hero in that video to prove to myself if it works on every single active spell. Passive spells you cannot steal, because how this works. Okay, this is Spellsteal. It steals the last spell that the enemy, only enemy. You can't upgrade it yet with the Aghanim, maybe in the future. Only enemy spells you can steal. Last spell. So if Lion casts this as the last spell, at his Earth Spike, now it's written in a game that this is the last spell of the Lion. And if Rubick steals it, then he's got the Earth Spike, as you can see. Now, it's still the last spell, so again, Earth Spike. If Lion goes for the mana drain, which he cannot for some freaking reason. How do I level up my Lion? That's my question. Maybe killing the Rubick. Okay. This is gonna be kind of awkward because Lion is not really doing what I want him to do. Where's the raw Lion? He's stupid, sorry about that. There he is. Alright. I'm gonna let him farm a little bit just to get to level 2 very quickly, so I can show you the idea. Of course the Rubick has to be there, because, you know, that's what he does. There we go, that's a level 2 Lion. Alright. Screw you people. Alright. So right now, he's level 2, so I can level up, let's go with the Hex. So this is still, you know, his last ability. If he goes for Hex, the Hex rewrites, you know, the last one. So the Hex is the last one. So Rubick is gonna right now steal the Hex, as you can see. And one more thing to mention: the cooldown is very low on level. Let's say the 20. Let's just start with that. 20 seconds. And the duration of the spell is 180. Meaning, you know, 3 minutes. That's enough. And if you die, your spell will disappear. That's the only way how the spell can disappear, that you die. The other way, of course, you rewriting it, or the duration being off. But, you know, the duration is not really the key. Doesn't matter. It's long enough for you to go for it. You will steal probably another spell in those 3 minutes. So that is it, you know, like... Let's say there's a huge fight, I'm hexing him. Right now he uses this to stun me, and she's trying to run. I can use the same thing, like, it's insane. And right now how it works in Dota 1, because of the engine, you couldn't steal some spells. Because of the engine. Transformation spells, like a Shapeshift, or Alchemist Ulti, Dragon Knight Form. But that was just because the engine was not supporting that. Right now, Dota 2 is new engine, so by the logic, everything you should be able to steal every single active spells. Every single active spell. Active spell means it can be targeted, it can be just click, it can be anything, but not passive like a Spellsteal or, you know, the blood path of the Bloodseeker. These spells you cannot steal because they are not really getting acknowledged as the last spells. So that is it for Rubick. It's kind of interesting. I think it has to do something, the glitching almost. It has to do something with like a lore, that he's got so much things in his head that he's kind of unstable or something like that. So that is it. I'm gonna make new video. I need to kind of get how to level up these characters, the enemy characters, but I'm gonna try to make a video about every single character of Dota 2 and I'm gonna steal those spells one by one to show you and myself to kind of prove if every spell can be stolen. So that is it. I'm very excited. I definitely said that I want Rubick. I want Meepo or Rubick, but I was definitely, the whole week when I was trying to play these heroes that could be released, I was saying it has to be Rubick, and it is. So I was kind of right. I'm glad about that. So thank you for watching. I'm gonna play the Rubick in a real game Friday morning. That will be same. It's released, as I said earlier, because it needs to be tested much more than other heroes. Alright, thanks for watching.